Welcome, guys, to Vinny's Talk, man. We are live on YouTube, although I really don't do the live streams too much. Go ahead, as you guys are entering this live stream, go ahead and subscribe to the videos, man, to the channel. Smash that like button. Today, we are going back into the Kiely Rodni case. Of course. And I've been, I was up kind of late last night. I couldn't stop thinking about this case. I couldn't stop thinking about a lot of things that involves everything that's going and that surrounds this case, right, guys? As far as the town of Truckee and doing my research online and Googling stuff and talking to people, I learned a lot of fishy things. Like I said, man, in my podcast before and all my different videos that I uploaded, you guys could go check those out, man. It's very important. The reason why we do these things is because we want justice, again, justice for Kiely, and we want to bring awareness, man, just like I say in all my videos. And I want to go over some stuff here that I'm reading called the Truckee way, right? And I feel like maybe this is the reason why we're not hearing people coming forward in this case. Maybe this is the reason why the kids, the teenagers, the people supposedly that were at this party are not coming forward and talking, right? I really don't understand this shit, man. I really don't get why. If you're a normal human being and of this earth and you're truly a friend of hers, you would say something. Because I really do believe someone's seen something, right? Supposedly, like I said before in all my other videos, that these are just my opinions and just that. So just before I start my video. But anyways, this is Vinny's Talk, man. It's October. It's chilly outside. And we're going to be talking more about the Kiely Rodni case here. True crime status, man, on Vinny's Talk. So welcome you guys on a fucking beautiful Saturday night. We were talking yesterday on Friday night. But today is Saturday night. So I wanted to go over this that I pulled up here about the town of Truckee and what they stand for, man. So it says here, a set core values shape the town's approach. Can we read these, guys? Can we read some of this stuff to realize maybe this is why so many people are hiding? They're not talking. Maybe this is why the town of fucking Truckee is just confused, and they're not confused, but they're scared to come out. They're not. Maybe everybody around that town is just, I don't know what the fuck's the problem, man. I really don't. It seems like there's a lot of cover up. There's a lot of foul shit that's going on. But anyways, I wanted to read this. This stuff is very crazy, but just when I read this stuff, it's a sketch. Anyways, so let's get into this. It says clear priorities. When the town is incorporated, the citizens made it clear that their priorities included roads, snow removal, law enforcement, and land using planning and buildings. Considerable efforts over many years have combined to fulfill those priorities, while the town's priorities have expanded over time to include services like bike paths, trails, solid waste to transport support. Established clear priorities continues today, with annual council priorities setting retreat, transport budget workshops, and robust community participation, outreach and communication efforts. Now this what does this say? It's in their water. No surprises, right? That's what it says on the Truckee Way website. So no surprises. Everyone working for the town making decisions is committed to no surprises policy. Early warning of the potential problems or upcoming issues is mandatory. It just sounds so sketchy to me, guys. Reading some of these things here. Community outreach, involvement, and transparency. The town views itself as a part of a larger family which makes up the community. When a community concern arises, the town believes its role is to reach out and actively engage in all segments of community in open and transparent dialogue. Non-adversarial decision-making. The Truckee Way relies on a consensus-seeking decision-making process modeled on the concept, just like Resident Evil 3, he says. What's up, Dino? Concept of interest based on negotiation developed some 6 years ago by Roger Fisher and William Erie of the Harvard Negotiation Project. Interest-based policy negotiations realized on the 6 fundamental principles. Separate the people from the problem. No personal attacks on assignment of blame. See, this stuff that they have written here is very sketchy, man. I mean, why must her mom keep this from the public, right? Why must she silence the other? It seems like in a way she's kind of like, just because she's friends with supposedly Sammy Smith, right? I mean, that hug was very awkward to me when I seen that video. Why would you go hugging this person, especially after she left her daughter out there in the elements, dark at night, at Prosser, at the fucking National Forest, at this place where some odd people are partying, 300 people are partying. You got about I don't know how many people were there. Supposedly, like, I seen the infrared cameras in the forest. We can't really see because it's kind of grainy, and I've seen other YouTubers I looked at it like 3 to fucking 60 times. I had to go back. You change the lighting from being black to open it up, to darken it up a little bit, brighten it up a little bit, but you can't really see. All you could see is like orbs. I mean, you could definitely tell that their cars driving up and down, and it looks sketchy because when you do see 2 or 3 of the cars, they do come back and they kind of come back down there by Prosser, and it seems like they're kind of going back and forth. It's kind of weird, man. It's very sketchy. Like, with them now having a hard time believing Lindsay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how to feel about that whole thing right there. But just reading this, dude, this is a fucking joke. Focus on the interests of those involved, not positions they may take. The process looks for a wise outcome that tries to meet multiple interests. Invent options for multiple gain. Many options will be considered to solve problems or develop the policy. Use objective criteria to create a measure of potential options and solutions. Entrenched positions and accurate or misleading information. Simply, the loudest voices will not be biased for decisions. I mean, first listen carefully to understand, speak to understand, blah, blah, blah. I'm nervous to have any bias in this case with all twists and turns, I know. Like I said in the beginning of this video, man, these are just my opinions and how I feel. And there's so much different things that happen in this case that I really feel like I'm still foul play all the way. I mean, you can't tell me that a YouTube group finds Kiely after so many fucking man hours were put into this fucking case from law enforcement, from the FBI supposedly, my opinion, and, you know, all the different, like I said, all the different law enforcement, and they're saying that they were investigating this, and I just feel like they really missed a ball on this one, and I feel like it doesn't seem like it's an accident. For me, everything points as a fucking, excuse me, but everything points to as foul play. The fact that Adventures with a Purpose, man, shout out to them, you know what I mean? That they found her in the bottom of the reservoir. God bless Kiely, man, rest in peace. But the fact that they found her in the hatch of the vehicle, this is so fucking sad to talk about, right? But I feel like the more, and I can't say this enough, the more that YouTubers come out and talk about this is more important than anything, because I don't think any YouTuber should stop talking about it. I really believe that we should keep talking about it. But the fact that they found her in the hatch of the vehicle, to me, that just tells me there's no possible way that, I mean, yes, there is a possible way this could be an accident. It could be a freak fucking accident. But how, it just doesn't seem like it would. It doesn't seem right. So I'm just going to stick with my theory. And these are just my opinions and my theory that you see the way they found her, and that something was hanging out in the back, a seatbelt or some type of a strap or something. And the way that they found her, yeah, and what is this? I agree. Yeah. To me, it just doesn't seem right. That the way they found her in the back like that. And I also want to say, hold on a second. I need to drink sometimes because I get dry mouth, especially when I am talking on YouTube or whatever when I'm talking. But I also want to say that there was supposedly this big party. There was actually several parties that were going on, right? In Prosser at this forest, right? At this national forest. There was supposedly an Hispanic party that there was a party going on. And I've seen several videos, quote unquote, allegedly, these are just my opinions. I mean, I've seen some of the videos. Now, I don't know if that was there. I'm pretty sure it was. But there was, if there was several of these parties that were going on, and supposedly all these cars, exiting this big fucking national park, national forest, or, process, whatever they want to call it. Yes. I just feel like there's just too much silence for me to believe that no one's coming forward to say that no one has seen it. Especially me seeing all these different infrared cameras and seeing the fucking lights. And it looked like it really looked like orbs, kind of, right? Like you're watching like alien videos. You could see the lights going in and out. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if you guys seen that, but there's definitely some sketchy shit going on in those videos. You could definitely see something that goes into the water. You can't really see it too clearly, right? But you could see that there's something that went into the water. The fact that there was, like I said, let me get back onto this, what I was talking about. But the fact that there was all these parties that were going on at Prosser, party over here, there's a party over there, right? And then people are just kind of like scattered. People are just kind of like moving around. I guess you could say they're like moving around, and no one fucking seen supposedly her like car go into the water. Nah, dude, that just doesn't, like, for me, I'm sorry, but like, and then where the fuck, excuse me, but where is Sammy, dude? Like, I'm sorry, like, these are just my opinions, by the way. I have to say this, but like, where was she? You know what I mean? Like, where was she with supposedly she said she talked to Kiely at 12:36, but her car was supposed to be entering the water at 12:34, I believe. I mean, that's what they're saying. I'm not sure if that's for certain, but that's what she's saying, and I just, her stories do not add up, man. And I feel like we can't really call her friends, man. These are like these people that were with Kiely. These are frenemies, man. Frenemies. Forget friends, man. These were frenemies of hers. They weren't her true friends. And I'm sorry, but dude, I honestly felt like the law enforcement, do they really want to solve this? Especially reading this fucking the Truckee way, this Truckee way shit. The Truckee way. I noticed things about California, the way people do things in California, and I'm not saying everybody that lives in California is sketchy, but reading some of this shit just reminds me of that stuff, and just the way that, Kiely's mom was acting. I don't know if you guys seen any of her after, they had the memorial service for Kiely, how she wanted to supposedly tell the people of YouTube. But first, she wanted people to reach out, and she wanted people to, like, let's get on this case. Let's keep talking about it. But I just feel like the more we keep talking about it, it's important. The press conferences, and then you have the prosecutor, and the top sheriff. I mean, dude, no one's fucking like coming forward and like actually telling like I just feel like everybody's like, they're praying like they're brain dead or something. They're not, I mean, dude, especially like some of those people that work in that fucking police department, man, I really feel like it's like corrupt as fuck, or something's going on there. Something's definitely going on. I'm not trying to like go down that conspiracy rab or down that conspiracy hole or whatnot, but like, I mean, I've done a lot of research and whatnot, and you know, this case is really sketch, man. They going by the script or they ended up. There's too many people that were at supposedly 300 people. Too many people that were at this campground, whatever you want to call it. I've seen some of the videos with the water, and now the water has receded back to where they did find Kiely's car. Supposedly the water has receded back, and all these different YouTubers went out there, and I mean, dude, I don't care about like any of that other extra bullshit about like drama with other YouTubers. All I want is justice for Kiely. Just like justice for Gabby Petito, man. I mean, this case kind of reminds me in a way of kind of Gabby's case, but Gabby's case, we kind of knew all along who the perpetrator was. This case, we have no fucking idea because everybody's silent, including the town of Truckee, the people that were there, the supposedly friends of hers that weren't even her friends. I mean, you guys see what I'm saying? The last person to talk to Kiely was supposedly Sammy, she says. A suspect as hell. I mean, you got someone that's 18 years old. She says she was sharing drink, right? She was sharing. And mind you, this is the part that really kind of sketches me out the most. She says that we were sharing drinks. They were going back and forth to Kiely's car. And the last ping of her cell phone was at 12:30 something, I believe. And Sammy says that the last time she talked to her was at 12:36. Supposedly everybody's so close together at that party where you don't see each other. And whatever stays in that fucking campground doesn't leave that campground. The fact that they were having these so-called uncalled fight groups or like whatever, like they were having fight club. Seems like they're having like a fight, like groups get together there and they argue and they start fighting. I don't know if you guys seen that movie Fight Club. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with something like that, but that shit is fucking crazy, man. If that shit went on like that, because we can speculate, right? We can speculate what we want. We could say that because, we can speculate and say that, that she was drugged or something like that. And we don't really know what had happened, but I feel like someone was there and someone's seen it. But now they're not coming forward, and someone's saying that, you can't say this because maybe someone's connected in a way. Like maybe government officials has kids that are involved and they don't want to get involved because maybe some of these kids, like these kids are going to school and they don't want to be investigated, right? Let's see, what did you say? I don't know. Nah, dude, I never believed that Brian was innocent. Nah, I never believed that, honestly. I couldn't see that he was. All along that I knew that he had something to do with Gabby, especially the way he was acting towards her, you know what I mean? Really sketch, and the way the Moab police, when they did pull her over, that was very, very, very sketchy, man. That video proves all that police department needs definitely. I hope Gabby's parents like get everything they can from that lawsuit, whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just reading the Truckee way, man. No surprises. Well, no surprises because they don't want to be surprised. They don't want people to be surprised. They don't want no one to come out. They don't want no one to talk. They don't want people that were there to say anything. Is this what the world's coming to? Because if Sammy was supposedly to talk to her the last, right? Supposedly she's best friends with her. Nah, bro. You got all these people in a big ass group in a mass exodus, right? A mass exit. All the people exiting this big ass campground and not one person sees this car going into the water. You got to be freaking kidding me, man. I need to smoke. Man. Alright, let's get a fucking number going here, because if I don't smoke, I can't even get this freaking thing open. Alright. Alright, guys. Time to smoke here and talk about this case. He said, nice. Alright. So, what I want to say is the whole Fight Club thing. And supposedly that they were doing these fights long before this night. So supposedly, I mean, I'm sorry, but this was happening before this very night had happened. They were having these fights out there. So, I mean, this shit could have happened any night. But all the other nights that Kiely supposedly she had went out here before, and everything was fine, everything was normal when they had supposedly these Fight Club nights and people getting together and fucking arguing with each other and fighting. I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is we don't really know. I mean, all we could do is speculate and put our 2 cents in and our own opinions in, right? That's why I come up on here, because I want to share. These are my thoughts. These are just my opinions. Spoke one for Kiely, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, man. But, you know, there is a lot of people that they have to live with this. You know, you have to really live with it. I mean, how could you just be quiet and not talk? Is this the Truckee way? Is this the real Truckee way? Because this is very sad, man. A lot of YouTubers out here need to come and keep talking about this. I swear I could hint. Yeah, I don't understand that. I'm not going to say names or anything like that, but... And you could tell definitely in her interviews that she was definitely switching up the story about... when I was with Kiely, you know, I was this time, and now I'm going to change it to this side. And, like, I really don't believe her, dude. I really have a really hard time believing her. I mean, you want to believe someone who's telling the truth, and you could tell... someone who's being honest, right? You can tell someone who's being genuinely honest with you. And the fact that she went out there that night and she was sharing a drink. She's an adult, and Kiely was 16 years old, and you know Sammy was 18 years old, and they're sharing drinks and supposedly doing all this other shit. To me, that's just so sketch. Where she doesn't want to. Like, we don't know what the fuck had happened with how she got home that night. Who she even made it home with. Now, back in my day, I'm not that old, okay? So don't point fingers and be like, hey, this guy's old school. I mean, I'm not that old school, but back in my heyday, I mean, I'm 36 now, but we had parties like these, guys. Ladies and gents, whoever's watching, God knows, who knows. God bless you guys. But we had parties like these, sort of, not really like, I mean, in the mountains like this. In the mountains, I don't know about in the mountains, but we had parties like these where you go out with your friends. It's 2 or 3 of us. No matter who you're with, we always made sure that person had made it back home, right? Okay, so we used to go out and we arrive to a party. How drunk that another person gets, if it's my friend, my best friend, or whoever I'm with, I always would make sure that that person that goes with me to that party would get home safe. Now, I'm not promising you that they would get home safe. I mean, I'm not promising you that they would, like, not be drunk or whatever when they got home, but they would know they would be home safe, even if you had to leave them on their lawn step or, you know, in their doorway, whatever. We would make sure that leave no man behind. Exactly. Leave nobody behind. But in this case, this didn't happen, man. This didn't happen because you got all these kids out there and not everybody is thinking right. Plus, everybody's out there having fun. I don't know if you guys seen the videos, and it's really kind of hard to see those wild infrared cameras for wildfires out in Prosser. But if you could watch the headlights, if you could kind of see the headlights that people supposedly, were out there going so fast, because there was people out there doing donuts and like fishtailing it. I don't know if you could see that far, but supposedly a lot of people were doing that. There was people that actually came forward to saying that there was people out there racing. I mean, I wouldn't fucking race out there, dude. I love racing my motorcycle. But like it's dark as fuck. And honestly, like when you go camping, for all my people that are wilderness enthusiasts, people that hike, like me, I'm a hiker. Going out to a national forest, even a state park in Illinois, because I'm here. But like when you're in like California, or even somewhere out west like California, or Arizona, when the sun goes down, it's dark. So people that are thinking this could be an accident, I'm not trying to disagree with you guys, but I'm just saying, like, that's just not, I don't believe it was an accident for that simple fact, because how they found her. But I could see it, how it could honestly be an accident, because the way it was so dark, and maybe she just turned down the wrong street, and we really can't tell. I mean, this could have been a really bad accident from her turning down the wrong. I mean, it doesn't seem that way though, dude. From watching the cameras, how there was all these cars that were leaving. You could just see like lights, just lights going this way, lights, and then you just see a car just going straight into the lake, straight towards the water. I don't see it as an accident, man. And then you see like cars like you see like lights just waiting around and shit like that. I don't know if you guys can see that in that video, but if you like play it like keep looking at it, you could see it, and that's just sketchy, man. To me, that's fucking sketchy, guys. Since he's like driving like a teenager. Anyways, man, you guys are in tune to Vinny's Talk, man. A true crime. We're talking about the Kiely Rodni case. The Truckee way. Truckee people's narrative, it doesn't fit. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of parts of California that are really sketchy. And honestly, not just Truckee. I'm not trying to talk shit, but there's certain parts of San Francisco where it's just like dangerous. You walk down the street and you gotta be like careful, man. When I stayed at this hotel, San Francisco. You guys probably know the Tenderloin. They call it the Tenderloin area. It's very bad over there. I mean, it's downtown San Francisco, California. You would think that, they would get their shit together. But no, dude, there's some parts of Cali, even in Arizona, dude. I feel like you said, man, it's getting bad everywhere. So you gotta be aware. But I don't know, man. It's just a lot of things that shouldn't have been happening, especially as far as like your friends, and even on like a friend an outspoken, your friend should have been there for you. Like I feel like if these were truly Kylie's friends, like I don't like to say the names, but all her friends and whatnot. But Sammy, dude, like, I mean, she just put herself out there. She put herself out there, and she wasn't. She wasn't. She didn't act like a real friend. From the South. What's up? My microphone seems like a different. Yeah, it's definitely a different world. The town is. Sorry, guys. I get like. I need to like recap, and I need to keep like looking back and forth sometimes, because there's a lot of stuff that are on this list that just makes sense, man. No surprises. That's definitely a surprise. So when this thing says no surprises, I don't know, man. But yeah, guys, I'm just back up on here. Chilling like a motherfucker. Yeah. 2 people. Need my sugar. Start drinking pop, man. Stay up all night. But I really do feel like they have to release something. As far as we might not get like an autopsy or whatever because she's so young. But we need more answers, man. Need more answers to this. Kiely, she deserves it. Yeah, she does. We need more answers, and we need more people to come out and just talk about this case, honestly. I feel like the more people that talk and not be silent, this case will be granted justice, man. So one way or another, whatever's in the dark always comes to the light, and that's all I have to say about that. And you know, there's a lot of haters out there, but there's also people that actually do care about you. So you just got to keep your head up. But like I said, man, I come up on the podcast, I come up on my live because I truly want justice for Kiely. I want justice for anybody that's can't really speak for themselves anymore, and it's very sad, you know. But you guys are on Vinny's Talk, man. Vinny's Talk. We're on the live here. I'm about to get up off here though because I got a few things I need to do with these edits, and I want to thank you guys, man, for joining this podcast live. We're talking about Kiely, and we'll be back, man. But I got to get off for now, guys. But thank you guys for joining, and until the next time, man. Peace out. Peace out, guys.